Hey, what up everyone? Welcome to Next Big Thing. I'm Harlem. Today we're gonna start with the basic commands for navigation. How you can move around and view stuff within Linux system. So we're gonna start with the PWT. Oh yeah, in case you're wondering how I got here and what this thing called, please go ahead and watch my first video about getting hands on Google Cloud Shell. In order to know how I came here, how I came to this thing which is called Google Cloud Shell. Alright, so moving on. Now you're gonna straight jump into commands. Alright, before I talk about command, let me first explain something to you, which is command line interface or CLI, which is nothing but text-based interface to the system. A Linux command line is pretty interesting beast if you'd ask me, and if you haven't used one already, it might be a little intimidating, but no worries, that's why I'm here. Right, we're gonna deal with this. I'm gonna break it down for you bit by bit, piece by piece. Okay, so within a terminal we have something called shell, which is this black screen that you see here, but this thing is not called shell at the moment, it's bash. So a shell is a part of operating system, which defines how the terminal will behave and look after we have executed the commands. There are like various different type of shells available out there, but the most commonly and widely used is bash, which is this one, right, the one we are using. So like anytime you want to know which shell you are using, what you can do is just fire up this command, echo $ shell, and it would give you the type of your shell, and we are using bash, which stands for born again shell. Alright, wd would just print my current working directory. Right now it's a home and then this thing, and which the whole thing is equivalent to this just little sign tilde. So anytime I do tilde, it would understand what I'm talking about, because tilde is set to this value. Okay, and so next command is about ls would list all the content in my directory, in my current directory, where in whichever directory I am, and I have a Google folder and Google readme. If you want to explore more about ls, and if you want to know what are the parameters that could be passed along with the ls, and if you don't know and if you don't remember that, you don't have to remember. Nobody in the Linux world will remember everything. It will rely on the system. So what you can do, man ls, it's a manual page. It'll give you the instruction and all the possible parameters which you can pass with the ls. So ls is a list directory content, and it has all this stuff. So ls, and if I pass this -a parameter, it would ignore entries with starting with the dot. Dot in the Linux world is for the hidden file. So anything or any file or any folder which is start with the dot, it's actually hidden. You cannot see. In order to view them, you have to do ls space -a -a, whatever you want to call them. Similarly, we have so many arguments, parameter, and if you want to get out of this manual page, you cannot. If you press escape, it will not do anything. You have to press Q to quit. Now it's been quit. So what I can do, ls, and if I pass this -a parameter, I could see my hidden files if there are any. So I have like certain file of bash and config and profile, and there's another folder .sh. If you don't, if you're new, if you're newbie and you cannot differentiate between files and folders, what you can do, ls, and this pass this -l parameter, and it would list everything. So right now, since I didn't pass -a along with the l, that's why I can't see my hidden file and folders. But the thing what I was I want to say, I wanted to let you know, it's whichever starts with d is for directory, and this L means a link, because this file is a link of this file. We're gonna talk about the links as well, but that's also in the later tutorial. Right now I'm gonna pass two parameter at once, ls-l for listing and -a for all, that's hidden, and give me everything. So we have dot and dot dot. We're gonna talk about these as well. So the point that I want to make here is anything, if you see D, which means it's a directory, if you see minus, which means it's a file, and if it's a L, which means it's a link. Okay, so this was about the ls. You could go ahead and read about man ls and do your little stuff, research, R&D, whatever. And then we move on to the next command, which is cd command. Cd command, and there's one more thing actually I did. If let me fill my screen with some gibberish. Alright, so this was the scene, and when I press Ctrl L, or you can type clear, it would clear the screen. And if you press up arrow, it would give you the all the previous command that you've recently used, and you can do up arrow all the way to see whatever the commands you have used so far. Alright, and we're moving on to cd. So what I want to do, I want to talk about the dot dot. So notice that we have seen this dot and double dot. This dot means my current directory, and this double dot means one directory back. What I mean by that, let me just show you. When I do pwd, it would print my current working directory, which is home, and then this username chillin. If I want to go back one directory back into this home, what I can do, cd dot dot, and I'm one directory, I have a step back. And if I do ls again, you could see there's one user ls and another user is lost and found. That's created by Google. So in your case, if you have multiple users, you could see them here. If I do cd dot dot again, I have gone one directory back again. So previously at the beginning it was this root, this thing is called root, then home directory, then chill bum directory, then I stepped one back to this directory, then stepped one to this directory. Now anyway, anytime I want to go back to my this tilde, which is this directory, I could just simply press cd and it would take me to my home directory. This tilde is called as home directory, which is nothing but this one. Alright, so this much for this tutorial. This is how you do the navigation. In the next tutorial, we're gonna learn about how you can read and print the files, create folders, remove files, and so on and so forth. We're gonna explore other commands of Linux as well. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please hit the thumbs up, like, subscribe, and share. More videos are coming up. Thanks for watching.